I just got out of the new A24 comedy Friendship starring Tim Robinson, Paul Rudd, and Kate Mara. And I didn't like it. So you can just stop the video now. This is just going to be me extrapolating on the notion that I did not enjoy this film for the next 3 to 23 minutes. So Tim Robinson, I know, is a guy. I know he does a show called I Think You Should Leave. I know he exists, but I've never seen him do anything before. And so this is my first exposure to Tim Robinson. I'm guessing that what he does in this movie is his usual thing. Paul Rudd, I love. He's been around forever. Ageless man. I always find him charming and funny. And Kate Mara is always great. So basic story, not going to tell you the whole story. Basic story goes a little something like this. Tim Robinson is an average schlub, schmo, nice guy, ineffectual worker drone. Wife Kate Mara runs a floral shop from home, and their 16-year-old son lives with them. She seems pretty unhappy. Recent cancer survivor seems pretty unhappy in the relationship because he's just this nice guy, milquetoast, ineffectual schlub. New neighbor next door, Paul Rudd, a hip, happening, cool guy with a mustache and plays in a rock band and is a TV weatherman. And Robinson sort of has a man crush on him, and they become pals. And that friendship doesn't last very long due to Robinson being just a really weird guy. And then the rest of the film is essentially Robinson trying to win back his favor and getting good as his life sort of crumbles around him. Not to give anything away, because he does other things other than what I just said. This is, it's an A24 movie, so you know it's not going to be a normal movie. It's very A24, as I like to say. It's, my problem is I didn't find it funny at all. Maybe there were two moments where I smirked. And most of the time, it was me watching this film thinking, boy, if they had done it this way, it would have been funnier. Or, boy, you know, if you had put the camera over here, that joke might have landed more. Or if you had moved the camera over here and cut it a little differently, that piece of physical comedy might have worked a little bit better. So I just didn't find it funny. And I've always said with friends and I, back in our film school days, that, you know, the worst kind of movie is a comedy that isn't funny because you can't even laugh at it. Now, there was a good number of people in the theater for this film, and they were laughing here and there throughout, so maybe it's just me. It is a style of comedy I don't like, which is, there's not a lot of comedies I like these days, so take all of what I say with a grain of chunk of large boulder of salt. That I don't love comedies where the most decent person in the film is just trashed and put upon and is a human pincushion and punished for being a decent person. I don't like comedies where it is just excruciatingly not funny and that's supposed to be funny. Not funny is not funny. I don't like comedies that are overtly gross. This goes there a couple times, but not really. It's more of like the comedy of awkwardness and the comedy of being uncomfortable and things like that, and it just didn't work for me. For the most part, the cast is good. I may see Robinson in something, which would be a second thing for me, something one day where I thought he was better than he was in this. I think what he does in this is what he kind of his persona is, but just not funny. So I yearn for back when I was a kid, back in my day, we had comedies left, right, up. We had hot and cold running comedies everywhere you went, and most of them were pretty damn good, if fluffy. This was just not that great, and most comedies I see I just don't go for anymore. So anyway, your mileage probably will vary, because I know people who were excited about seeing this and thought it looked good and probably love what Tim Robinson does, but for me this was just kind of a chore. Friendship.